Hi guys, this is Hannah from Stellar Kind Oracle coming at you with another pick a card reading. Today's question that we are going to be asking is, what do you need to let go of? So I do have three piles to choose from, or three cards to choose from, that I will be shuffling for the reading. And our first pile, Synchronicity. Second pile, the Hidden. These cards are from the Supra Oracle, which is one of my favorite decks. Pile number 3 is Transformation. Alright, so I'll give you a minute here to select your pile, and then I'm going to go ahead and get started with group number 1. Okay, group number 1, here is your reading. You guys were the Synchronicity group. I love this card. I like seeing all the repeating patterns everywhere in the design. This deck in general is just really beautiful. I usually like color, but the black and white illustrations on that one they're magnificent. Okay, so what you have going on here is basically that you are stuck in one possibility, one scenario that I think has been repeating itself to a certain extent. It could be a cycle that has a few times not gone the way you want. And I'm thinking mainly in terms of this Five of Swords energy here. This really gives the impression that you are looking back on a situation that didn't go your way. This situation with the King of Pentacles and Two of Wands. So these two cards together could represent a place where maybe your generosity was taking advantage of, or there was somebody in your life that could have been this King of Pentacles figure that ended up disappointing you. You were thinking about the possibilities that could be happening in the future with this Two of Wands, but again, this hasn't been going your way. This could also have to do with your resources, someone taking advantage of your resources, either in it is Pentacles, so it could be very material, like money type of way, but it could also be security. Like you were very giving and generous with your sense of security and sense of safety with another person, and it wasn't ever returned. This King of Pentacles just held on to his own pentacle and didn't give back. Again, this is something where it never really got off the ground necessarily. It's something you've thought a lot about, but that has ended up disappointing with that Five of Swords. And you have failure and perseverance from the Soul's Journey lesson cards coming out, both in reverse. And that is what is making me think that you are repeating a cycle. That, along with the 4th house, indicates somewhere that has been a comfort zone. So what you're needing to let go of is this scenario, this thinking about the future in this this way that has been self-limiting, this way that isn't giving you what you want, the safety and security you want, isn't giving you the ideas that you had for the future that you want, but that you want to keep fighting for. And this Five of Swords energy is about something that is already done, but that you're not quite over. You're still kind of looking back at this battle and thinking hard about it. Maybe thinking about what could have gone differently, where you could be moving from here. You could be thinking about those things, but the Page of Pentacles reverse tells me that you may have had opportunities to start anew with your security and your material abundance, but right now that you're being blocked from it. That's because you keep looking back at this previous scenario and trying to persevere through it, but it's a dead end, essentially. It's not going to give you what you want, and right now you are feeling blocked from moving forward. The Two of Swords is a card of indecision. So in part, you do need to let go of some indecision as well, and make a firm decision to keep moving forward. And what you are moving towards is the Hierophant. So this could be anything really. It could be on, a really, like, what is the word? A really, like, physical level. It could be school, an institution of some kind, something that you are literally enrolling yourself in, maybe a new spiritual path that it has this structure and authority already to it. Or it could be some new structure and authority that you are in the process of creating. It does kind of imply that this is something that you could be moving forward to that has a set of rules, or, yeah, again, a structure that you could be implementing your own individual perspective upon or under. It could be an outside force as well, though, something, again, with authority that is outside of you. But that is what you should be moving forward to, maybe a job, something stable, something kind of fundamental. This is what you need to make the decision to move towards. And with Synchronicity being your card of choice, I'm getting the sense that you are getting signs from the universe that this is where you need to go, that this is a dead end, and that you need to keep moving forward. But you could be, at this point, still choosing to kind of ignore it, to look back towards what you have lost or what didn't end up manifesting the way you wanted to. And you're getting signs, you're getting synchronicities, big signals telling you which way to go, but you are stuck mentally in the past here. So again, you need to let go of the fact that this situation behind you didn't work out in your favor. We're gonna reverse this energy. Oh, there we go. Reverse this energy of failure. Take what we can learn from that bottom section there, that I understand that mistake is only an opportunity to learn. So what is it that you are learning from this scenario? You ultimately didn't get what you had set your mind onto, but you did learn something. And that is also kind of the vibe of this Star and Sisters card. This is from the Starseed Oracle. It says hidden secrets, although could be hidden wisdom since I said that. Lost wisdom, look a little deeper. Again, I'm kind of getting the vibe of the Hierophant, something really structured and ancient. And in this case, I'm feeling that it resides within you. It could be the case with the Hierophant as well. It's something that you know explicitly to be true deep within yourself. Dig deep and come to terms with the fact that you did learn something from this situation, but it maybe is not what you had been intending on learning. Spend some time reflecting on it. Look a little deeper. We have a couple of cards here of moving forward as well. Again, there's step out of your comfort zone. And with the 4th house reversed here, again, that is indicative of something that feels really secure, that is not ultimately serving you. The fourth house, it can be really, it can tie in with that concept of a comfort zone. It's something that feels stable just because it's familiar. But again, we're challenging you to step out of that comfort zone and move towards the Hierophant. Stop thinking about this past energy and push forward. And then again, with this card, the 7 Star Sisters, we have Birthing Creations, Tapestry of Life Expression. So keep pushing, again, keep moving forward. Create whatever it is that you were trying to get out of this situation, and apply it to yourself, to your creative energy. This, I do get the feeling that this involved another person, this past scenario, just because we have the King of Pentacles here. And in that case, thinking that the Hierophant is you, is what you have to be moving towards, is being sure about your past, being sure that you made the right choice and that everything happened for a reason, and sitting with that knowledge that you have the spiritual wisdom to keep moving forward, that you gain that spiritual wisdom from this experience. And even though it's not what you wanted, the fact that it's over and done with now is a good thing. It's where you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be moving on and birthing creations, continuing to weave your tapestry of life. The last card I'm gonna mention here is from the what is this? Gotta think of the name first. It starts with an A, a Menti Oracle. And we got the card, I honor animals with reverence. This deck is based on the 42 Egyptian ideals of Ma'at, which is kind of like the 10 Commandments, a guide to live off of. And each of these cards is based off of one of those 42 ideals. This one, I honor animals with reverence, is asking you to examine what you could be learning from in animals. I think in this case is that kind of wise spiritual energy that permeates the earth, that grounded energy that influences the way animals behave. And if you look at animals, the way they behave is, once they get past this whatever troubling difficult situation that they have found themselves in, once they have moved past it, they're past it. They're not looking back thinking about what could be different. They are moving forward, taking what they can learn from it, and continuing to do their animal thing, do life. But again, you're learning from it, but you're not always thinking about it. Take what you can learn and move on. That's essentially what you need to let go of, is focusing on the past energy, this past situation where you didn't get what you wanted, and focus on getting what you want in the future. And the way that you will do that, the way this Page of Pentacles will come in, is by focusing on the present. You will make the future come about by focusing on the present. That is maybe the lesson you needed to learn here as well. Something didn't go the way that you had anticipated, and that could be because you need to release expectation of how something will progress. You have to start making moves in your day-to-day, in your present life, that ideally will get you to this picture that you are picturing in your head, but that you have to be flexible with. You have to be able to move on from the idea of what you wanted eventually, and accept what you are given instead. Accept this Page of Pentacles energy coming in that you are currently missing. This new start at something because you're focusing on the past. Again, I hope that makes sense. Ending it again with this Moonology card. Step out of your comfort zone. I do encourage you to do just that and to make strong, decisive actions towards what you want. Away from this old stuff and forward always. I hope that is helpful, Pile 1, and have a good day. I will see you all later. Okay. Hi, Pile 2. If you chose the Hidden as your card, this is your pile. First of all, you did also get Scorpio in reverse as your astrology card, and these two cards are very thematically similar. This is something there's something going on deep within you in terms both of what you need to let go and just what is kind of actively happening inside of yourself right now. So what I'm getting from this reading is that you are carrying around a lot. And this is something that you've been doing for a while. It's something that has probably stemmed from the past with the Six of Cups in reverse over here. Maybe the way that you were raised, the people that you were around, kind of imparted this way of thinking onto you. But regardless, it's a past energy that you need to be moving out of. Essentially, what I'm getting at here is that you are really deeply overthinking and overfeeling. We start off with the Ten of Swords, a pretty scary looking card, but just as it says at the bottom here, and this is the Modern Witch deck, we do have two Ten of Swords in the deck, and this one that says everything is fine is the one that came out. So just like it says there, everything right now is fine. These swords that you are feeling in your back, and the swords are representative of mental energy. So with both of these cards, these swords are your thoughts. These are internal, essentially sharp, swords, something sharp and pointy. They're sharp, pointed thoughts that are directed towards yourself. They are self-defeating, essentially. With the Eight of Swords, again, you are feeling trapped by your own thoughts and mental processes, maybe by just being self-critical, being afraid. Swords also can represent anxiety and fear. But with the Eight of Swords, what we are seeing here is that these thoughts are not actually keeping you trapped. With the Eight of Swords, the whole kind of vibe of the card is that you can choose at any point to move on from this trapped situation. Now, first of all, you're surrounded by swords, so you can cut that rope away, you can remove the blindfold. You're not really tightly bound here. It is more of a trap of the mind. It is something that is an illusion. It's not, you're not actually trapped in anything. You are just paralyzed by your own thoughts. And this reading is really encouraging you to put that burden down. So the Ten of Wands, another 10, another indication of completing a cycle or being near to the end of a cycle. But with the reversal of the Ten of Wands here, again, that message of put this down, put all these swords and all these wands down, and just allow yourself to be still without thinking, without like having this burden of thought that is happening over here, this self-critical, self-doubting, just really down on yourself type of energy. Put it down, move forward. You need to become the King of Cups. And the King of Cups, he is a figure that is really wise about his emotions. He knows how to have emotional control without veering into this mental anguish territory. It's emotional control that allows the emotions to ebb and flow, but not actually take over. Cups is indicative of the water element, and you can see down below there's some water down there. And again, this is an energy of letting things flow for you, not holding on to negative thoughts, not holding on to old belief patterns, but letting it kind of come and go as it will. Again, this Eight of Swords energy shows that whatever you are holding on to, you are totally free to move on from. And that is what you need to let go. There's a lot of different things that could be indicative over here, but essentially you need to let go of holding so tightly to your thoughts and feelings, especially the kind that are really negative and leave you stuck and paralyzed. These feelings could have to do with your pride or your sense of purpose. With pride, again, these both came out reversed, so there's a blockage in the flow of these energies. And with pride, the affirmation it comes with is, I love myself and I see myself in everyone. So you may really be struggling with this whole concept of self-love to begin with. And the King of Cups, again, is a really, he's a master of emotion and also a master of self-love, of knowing that you need to, because the King of Cups is a very loving, compassionate energy, but he has the wisdom to understand that you need to fill up your own cup before you're able to extend that compassion outward. And with the Three of Swords, it is clear that you have gone through some tough stuff. The Three of Swords is about heartbreak and sorrow and grief, and you may need to let those feelings come. Again, the King of Cups allows things to ebb and flow, and you may have been in this really intense swords energy as a way to avoid actually feeling the heartbreak of whatever you have gone through. Feeling the sorrow of maybe feeling like you don't know what your purpose is, you don't know exactly where you are going, and you don't feel that self-pride, that self-love. That it doesn't come easily, that maybe some things have shown you in the past. I mean, not actually shown you, but in your mind, some things have shown you why you don't deserve to love yourself. You know, it's an illusion. It's not actually true. It's a deep-seated illusion. Again, you have this almost subconscious, maybe even childhood taught concept of needing to be really self-critical, needing to really deeply overthink everything as a way to cope with these feelings of sadness, these feelings of fear. But that kind of coping mechanism is actually keeping you stuck in that energy. It makes sense when you are going through a Three of Swords type of scenario to react with overthinking, with staying still and deeply kind of regenerating. And you have that concept here with deep cellular healing as well. You may be needing to sit still for a little while, let this Three of Swords feeling come in before you are able to know what to do next. You know, if you're stuck thinking, overthinking, and you know, I personally have had a lot of experience in this overthinking camp, and I'm seeing this pattern play out in myself quite a bit, where I'm avoiding the tough feelings by thinking them to death. But again, it's a trap. Oh, heard my cat in the background there. Hello. Hi, Posy. Again, it's a trap. Oh, cat hair all over the spread now. It's a trap. It's an illusion. It's not really what is going on. What is trying to happen internally. What's trying to happen is you're trying to feel your feelings, but by being stuck in this swords mental energy, you're just kind of indefinitely extending your feelings out forever and not ever actually getting into this King of Cups energy where they are flowing around you. So this may be something also with the Six of Cups that involves self-forgiveness. You may need to really dive deep for that. Maybe you were the one who caused this Three of Swords in somebody else. And an element of forgiveness may be needed here with yourself. But, it could be even more kind of general than that. You do have, from the Moonology deck, you and your loved ones are safe. So it could be fears even just around your safety, the safety of the people you love. Again, overthinking tends to pile on top of each other until you are overthinking everything. But you are safe right now. You can rest assured that you don't need to be in this energy of making sure you know what's coming next so that you can protect yourself from the Three of Swords. You don't need to protect yourself. You need to experience the pain so that you can move on to it, on from it, and learn from it, and know that pain and sadness is part of healing and part of learning and part of just being a person and being alive. Finally, from the Amenti Oracle, we have, I keep my own counsel and I offer words of good intent. And this card, this I offer words of good intent, really exemplifies why this shift is needed. This card talks about how the words that you speak, the words that you offer up to the universe, really make a difference in what you manifest for yourself. If you are thinking in a more positive, self-loving light, you will generate the energy of self-love and positivity. You will shift your perspective, and in doing so, shift the world around you. But if you do the opposite and you really focus on the negative, you focus on what you're afraid of, and focus on the anxiety and the overthinking, you're going to stay stuck in that energy. If you shift into a positive mind frame, you will move away from it eventually. It may be a little bit bumpy in the meantime, but you will move past it. And I keep my own counsel. This also, to me, goes along with this deep cellular healing, as well as the hidden and the Scorpio card, where this is a deep internal shift that is happening that you need to let go of. It's not something that is going to happen right away. It's something that you're probably going to need to spend some time just sitting and healing and resting and going inside of yourself, examining maybe what in your past has led you to think this way or feel this way about yourself, and pushing through that just by sitting and recognizing it, tapping into your sense of self, your intuition, and spending some time to think over what is really true. Are all of these critical, stabby thoughts that you have about yourself actually true? Or is it something that you learned, something that you saw modeled in your past? Or is it something that you need to now forgive yourself for and move on from? Spend some time with yourself. You may not have done that for a little while, and it will become clear. And when I say spend some time with yourself, I mean in stillness. I mean meditate, rest, do some self-care. Don't just sit and think. That's exactly what you need to move away from. Instead, take care of yourself. Show yourself some love. Have pride in who you are and think about all of the good things that make up you as a person. And then, yeah, you will be able to move on from this. It just might take a little bit of time, a little bit of cleansing and emotional release, but you will get to a better place. You'll get to this place of the King of Cups where your emotions, your thoughts, they're not controlling you anymore. You are in control and observing your kingdom. All right, that's going to be it. Pile 2. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, or subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you at the next one. Bye! Okay, hi pile number 3. This is the pile with the transformation card. All right, pretty indicative that you are undergoing some sort of transformation right now. And that would make sense given the rest of your cards. Do you just want to say this? Well, all of the piles a little bit today have specifically been calling me out, but particularly this one. What we have here is needing to let go of knowing what is happening, knowing exactly what is happening. You are needing to release confusion about your present situation by accepting that everything is happening the way it is supposed to, and you don't need to know all of the details. And again, this is specifically calling me out, so I totally know how it feels to want to have some sort of control or just be in the know about what is going on in your life. But right now, Spirit is really imparting that everything is okay, everything's going according to plan, and what you need to let go of is assuming that it's not, assuming that it won't go according to plan unless you know all of the details. So again, there's some sort of transformation happening here. That is kind of the main theme of this reading. But I'm getting the sense that it's not exactly going as quickly or as clearly as you would like it to go. And that is just a temporary state of being. Things are going to clear up eventually, but right now, you gotta let go of knowing how and when and what, essentially, is going on. You do have a lot to draw on here. You have strength. You have some deep inner strength that allows you to keep moving and keep trotting forward, even though right now you can't see what's in front of you. Things are confusing, maybe a hazy, out of view. You know, the moon has to do with something that is hidden, something that is kept from you currently. And in the reverse, it just kind of really intensifies that energy. It's like something is hidden and you are upset about it. You, because you can't see the road ahead of you, you're confused about how to act. But the thing is, the way that you need to act is by following your own sense of self and through experience. The 9th house has to do with experiences like travel, church, journeys and treks and philosophies that you learn by going out and doing them, by experiencing them, and then integrating the knowledge that you have acquired, integrating the it's a higher mind learning, so it has less to do with like dates and facts, and more to do with wisdom, with learning how the world works and how you interact with the world personally. And the only way that you are able to clear up this confusion with the moon, and then also the 2 of Swords, indicates not being able to make a choice because you are confused, or maybe because it's not quite time to make a choice yet. You could need to be moving beyond this Two of Swords energy and making a choice. The Two of Swords is about indecision. But with it in reverse, it's saying that the reason you haven't been able to make a decision yet is because it's either not the time to, or because there's way too much confusion about the implications of your decision. You have from the Starseed Oracle here, Breath of the Cosmos, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. Again, right now you need to let go of assuming you get to know everything, let go of this confusion by accepting what is currently happening and accepting that everything is fine despite your overthinking, despite the fact that you are not quite sure what is happening yet. Just keep moving forward in a way that calls to you, in a way that feels natural, and your confusion will eventually clear up. This is also a great time to get some guidance. The Hierophant has to do with structure, spiritual wisdom, religion, whatever you use to get that spiritual guidance, to get kind of some outside structured help. Could be tarot, could be some other kind of spiritual practice, prayer, meditation, going to a service, whatever, or talking to a person, a trusted advisor, whatever you need to do to kind of move forward with clarity, move in a way where you know you are aligning with your personal truth. It could be helpful to definitely have that guidance, that kind of outside source of authority that will help you to not necessarily know what's going on, but will help you to be at peace with the fact that you don't know what is happening. Spirit is also encouraging you to remain balanced. So keep one foot on the ground here. It's fine to think about the possibilities, but you do need to stay in the present. Having a lot of this kind of mental activity is part of what's keeping you maybe paralyzed from moving forward. Both of these Swords cards show a lack of movement. This girl she's just laying on her side on her phone. I do find myself in that position quite a bit, so that's relatable. And again, there's kind of a aspect of paralyzation because the future is unclear. But you have to trust right now. Trust that a new start is coming and luck is on your side and things are going to work out. Maybe not in the way that you planned it, but they're going to work out. And I'm saying maybe not in the way you planned it, in part because you have some indicators here that you need to be a little more open-minded. Could also be that you're confused again because you're trying to control the situation, micromanaging the universe. And I really get this. It is easier to try and control the outcome of something when you maybe are projecting your idea of what is coming in the future onto people and circumstances that you can control right now. But again, things are progressing the way that they should, and they're progressing without your explicit knowledge, and they're still moving forward in a way that is going to be favorable for you, even if it's not exactly what you were picturing. So release judgment of your situation, release judgment of yourself or of others, and be open to whatever is given to you. It is going to be what you want, even if it's not exactly how you wanted it. It's going to resonate with love, that highest form of being, and it's going to make you really happy. But again, right now you have to balance and also do things that make you happy, that you can do in a daily kind of grounded way. Forget about being up in your head with this swords energy. Right now, things are just a little bit murky, and it's going to be like that for a bit, and you have to release needing to know. Again, trust. Ninth house, you got Sagittarius energy in both of these cards, and that again has a lot to do with developing faith, developing trust that things are moving in your favor, regardless of if you can see the outcome or not. So that's pretty much it. It's a relatively simple message. I think it might be a little bit shorter than our other two, but it's to the point. Rely on your inner strength and stay grounded and balanced. Forget about what you don't know and focus on what you do know. What you do know is your daily activity. You have control over going out and exploring, doing things that align with your values, doing things that are going to be expanding your mind and your horizons without needing to know exactly what the right path is or which step forward to take. Things are progressing regardless. Things are going according to plan, and you're going to be fine. You don't need to know exactly what is happening right now. That is it. Pile 3. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, subscribe. Share if you feel called to, if you know someone who might enjoy this, and I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye.